once you select the new project, you will be appearing with a dialog box here, right? In this dialog box, that is the particular structure that is considered for space, plane, floor, and truss, right? So here it is automatically selected as a space. So what do you mean by space over here again? The space and the plane and floor and truss, those are all are considered to be in particular structures. So by automatically it is given as the space structure, which is a three-dimensional frame structure with loads applied in any plane, is the most general. That means, so if you consider a particular body, a plane or a particular body in this manner, right? So here, if you say this, if you consider a body, if it is in a space, it will be having three dimensions. That is, in one dimension, this is another dimension, and we have this is and third dimension. We'll be having three-dimensional view. We will be having a three-dimensional view, and we can also apply load in any of the direction, in any of this direction. Can you able to understand this? What is space structure? Space structure will be having three-dimensional view and three-dimensional structure. The member will be capable to apply loads in any of these three directions. So in the same case, if you select for a plane, and the plane structure will be having only x and y coordinates. Will be having only x and y coordinates. We don't have any z coordinate. That means we'll be having only two dimensionals. The two-dimensional in the sense you need to have, or you may have to consider for only length as well as width, or else height as well as length. You won't get only two dimensions, right? So however, you have to consider only space structure for the particular analysis, and it is must and it is compulsory. You don't have to choose any other three of these structures or any of three options. The space option has to be selected. Once it is selected, the file name has to be given. The file name has to be given. So let us consider, and I will provide the ABC. Alright, you can click a design of columns. Right, the ABC. I will take the file name and location. Before starting to these, we have to follow these steps. That is most important, right? Once you given the file name, the location has to be chosen. So to choose that location, just you have to click on these three dotted box. So once you click on the three dotted box, you'll be taking to the particular dialog box. That means where you are going to be save your file, because when you start analyze and complete analyze the particular member, you will be end up with a many number of files. So you cannot save that on the desktop. That means we have to have a particular folder to save this analysis part, this project. So here I will consider, so with this, where is desktop? Here desktop over here. In this desktop I will consider a new folder over here. On the desktop I have created a new folder, and I have to select this new folder to save the whatever the project is carried out here. Once the space is selected, the file name is provided. Later the location is provided, and this location is given. After that, the what are the units that are going to be carried out in the structure. So for the length, I am going to carry a meter unit. For the length, I am going to carry a meter unit, and for the force, I am going to carry, that is, kilonewton units. Right? There is a Newton unit is also there. Right? Pound units, kilograms, meganewtons. Many of the force units are there. But however, we are familiar with kilonewton meters, kilonewton per meter, like that. Right? Meter is the length unit I have considered over here, and also for the force unit, kilonewton I have considered. So for this force unit and length unit, it is default selected. You have to just cross verify whether these two are selected or not. right? We have to just cross verify that whether these two are selected or not. So once you complete with the frame, the space, the file name, the location, as well as the units, just you have to click on next. So once you click on next, automatically it is selected with the add beam. So what is add beam here? What is add plate? That means those are all different kind of things. Right here, for better understanding of add beam, the building, whatever the structure you are going to create, particular points of the member. For example, a beam or a column in a photo frame that is connected, that is to be provided with a nodes, that is nodes, nodes, and those nodes will be connected by adding the beams. So once you connect those nodes with the beam and our columns, that will be created by a structure, and that will be provided as the names for column as well as beams, right? After this, add beam is to be selected by default, and then just go to the finish. So once you click on the finish, this particular dialog box or window will be open up. So is that clear how we have started this software, everyone? Everyone, please do interaction whether it is clear for you people. Yes, Abhishek, Abhishek, Aishwarya, Akshata, Sidhu. Yes, please speak up. See, if you keep quiet, I will be uncomfortable whether if you are listening or not. I won't understand. So Rutuja,
Yes, so
right? Is that clear how we have started the software and up to creating the models?
yes, sir.
Right? It is clearly visible, correct?
Yes, sir.
And I request everyone here, please observe the cursor where I am moving and where I am explaining the terms. Right? I hope you are able to see this cursor. Right? I hope you are able to see this cursor.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes, okay. So with this, I will start explaining this, right? So here the cursor will be moving in these any of these icon, right? So that if you are seeing that icon, then only you can understand, or else you won't understand the things. Okay. So after starting here, the particular window will get open. So in this window, the snap mode, the particular two-dimensional view. So here, if you can able to see the dimensions, that is directions, that is x, y, and z, right? The x, y, z directions is provided in this manner. That means initially will be provided with a three-dimensional view, a 3D view will be provided with at the initial stage, right? So here, let us analyze, let us consider a particular a member. Before connecting to member or creating member, we should know what are the, that is the options, and what are these functions actually they are going to involve with the analysis, right? So here at the left top corner, the file, edit, right? Once you click on the file, you will be having a different uh, casual options will be provided. That is, create new one, or open an previous file, right? Close the dialog box, right? Any of these, that is view, that is output and input view, right? So in these types of files will be, you will be getting, that is the save as, print, that is the most common options will be available in the file. Later on in edit will be have to edit, in the sense it is nothing but undoing, redoing, and cutting, copying, pasting, right, deleting. It is the edit for the structures, right? And this take picture is nothing but you have, whenever the particular analysis is carried out here, the result of SFT and BMD will be visible here. for that result of for that values, if you want to input in a particular report, the particular image should be taken. Those images you can click from here, take pictures, right? After that, view will be having a zoom view, a pan, and the same what you have the option in your AutoCAD, the same function will be carried out here, right? And then tables, and right, once you start selecting the particular analysis, will be come to know with these all options, right? And next we'll be having tools. So in these tools, the check multiple structures, check duplicate nodes, members plates, right? All of the checkings for the particular creation or generation of the model will be done in the tools. Later on, selecting the nodes, selecting the columns, right? Any of those selection will be done with this software, that is tool. That is next geometry in the sense that is add beam, add plate, right? Add solids. Plate and surfaces are considered to be a slab as well as that is a roofing material, right? So here, so I will just close this dialog box here, that is default grid liner. Just I will close this. So once you close this, will be visible, it will be available that the coordinate system, the value of coordinate system of x, y, z. So I hope you people are able to see this node. The node is nothing but, see, if you want to select this node, you have to select the node cursor, right? The click the should whenever the cursor is like this, the node will be attached to that cursor, then only the node will be selected like this. If you have only cursor, you won't have any node along with this cursor, you won't be selected. It won't be selected. That means to select that node, you have to have click on the node cursor, right? So after that, once the node cursor is there, then you can able to select the cursor node, right? So here for this, the 0x y z coordinates are, right? So x y z values are provided with the 0 point. Then if you see this, the point 0 will be having a certain node. And if you want to create a beam of length 3 meter, so when it is provided the length of the beam, and that will be along with x direction itself, correct? So for that, for the x direction, I will provide 3, and in y direction it will be 0, and again in z direction it will be 0, right? So once the nodes are provided over here, right, for x direction it is considered. For this, I will select and view from like this. So here, right? So beam will be considered in this direction. For these two nodes, once you can select by referring to these two, this cursor, node cursor, the particular nodes will be selected. To join these two nodes, I need to add beam. Initially, however, we have selected the add beam. This add beam will be selected here. Then the cursor add up with the add beam symbol, the beam with plus symbol. So once we click on the add beam, that is node cursor, we have to just click it. After that, just move on the mouse to the another cursor and just click on it. So then it will be created, right? Once it will be created, a particular structure will be considered as a beam, right? So that is nothing but our geometry, right? The geometry is selected over here. Once the geometry is selected or created, the geometry of the particular beam is created, then we need to move on to general. Once the geometry is connected, we need to move on to general. In this general, what we are going to provide, we have to give the properties, the property of the member. So what are the properties of the member over here? So properties of the member is nothing but the dimensions, right? So now we are going to analyze for the particular beam. That means the beam will be having in rectangular shape. The dimension will be having rectangular shape. For this, for initially I will give some dimensions for this 0.4, that is in units are in meter, right? So the depth of the beam is 400 mm and the width of the beam will be considered as 230 mm initially, and then I will just add up it, right? Once we close this, the particular section what we have created, that will be appearing in this dialog box with reference 1, right? So this section size will be appearing over here. The section size will be appear over here, that is 0.4 by 0.23, and the material is concrete, that is by default it is selected, right? So now we need to select that section. Later we need to select this beam, and then we need to assign to selected beam the particular section what we have created, that we have to assign to the beam, and that is assigned to selected beam. Beam is selected and the section is created. This section has to assign to this beam by selecting this, and I will just click on assign. The assignment method you have chosen is to assign selected beams. Do you want to proceed? Yes. See here, R1 is appeared over here. This R1 is nothing but reference number 1, that having the section size of 0.4 by 0.23, right? So after this, in the property, you can only provide depth and width of the section, right? Later you need to have the particular supports. So supports will be having, see here, once the property is completed, the support will be carried. So support is nothing but you have to, when the particular structure have two ends, will be having certain supports, whether it is fixed, pin or hinged, right? So here to create that support, just you have to just click on create. Here you can see fixed one, pinned one, fixed, but if you allow movement, you can provide an MZ value and FZ value, that is right. So here the further values are considered for any of the different case of structure when we are going to analyze and in different kind of structure. So basically we will provide a fixed and pinned one. So fixed one, if you select the resistance against MX, MY, MZ as well as force against FX, FY, FZ is restrained, right? And that will be added. See here the support 2 is added. Again I would like to add, and that is pinned support, just it is added, right? You can add any number of supports, but we have to assign only one support for one node. So here top support 2 is considered, and cursor is selected for a node, and again the supports will be assigned to only nodes, not for the beams. You can assign only for the nodes. So once you select this support for the beam node which you are going to assign, that will be selected, and then assign, assign. Now you can able to see this is the support condition for fixed one. And again now you will be selecting a pinned support, and support will be considered, and you are going to assign it, right? This is how we have assigned a particular supports for the each node, right? So once the support is provided, once the section size is provided, and then we are remained with the loads. What type of load is acting on the particular beam? Which type of load is to be applied? That is the load definitions. Here it is loads and definitions. So in this load and definition, we'll be having definitions. So definitions are nothing but the particular that is loads, that is analysis that is carried out for the structure for different kind of load. That means which the load will not be considered as a common load. So for example, the vehicular definition, that is vehicle load, if you are going to consider, the structure is to be provided for the parking, right? And time history definitions, right? And seismic definitions is all related to earthquake engineering, right? If your structure is provided in the earthquake prone areas, in that case we have to analyze for seismic definitions. And wind definition is considered for when your particular structure, whatever the structure is going to analyze in a wind area, wind prone areas. In that case, there's no wind definitions are to be considered. But for your syllabus, you will be having only load case details. You will be having only load case details. You don't have any definitions. So load case details will be selected. Later, you just have to add it. So at the initial case, what you are going to add, what type of loads are going to perform on the member. So I will consider an dead load, right? I will consider an dead load, dead load. Later I will consider an live load, right? Later I will consider live load and just going to add up. So the load cases are live load and dead load. So in this dead load, and again I need to add what is the total load of per member. That is, dead load is I am considering as a self weight. Self weight is nothing but the dead load. I will just add up and close it. And after that I need to enter live load. I just add it. So for the live load, I will consider different types of loads. So what are the different kinds of loads are there on the member? That is UDL load, correct? That is uniformly distributed load and uniformly varying load, correct? Point loads, movements, am I right? So these are the types of loads that are going to be act on the member. So in this, I would like to take a member load. That is, member load will be having uniform load, uniform movement, concentrated movement at the point, linearly varying UVL, and trapezoidal loads, right? I hope all of you have gone through these loads in the theory part at least. So with this, I will consider uniform force of 10 kilonewton. So I have entered here as a minus 10 is because minus sign indicates the load is acting downward. If you consider it as a positive, then the load will be acting as the upward direction, right? So for this, I have selected 10 kilonewton per meter, 10 kilonewton per meter of uniformly distributed load, and this uniformly distributed load is acting throughout the length of the member. For that reason, I will keep all these as a 0. I will keep all these as a 0. In upcoming problems, I will discuss with these when you are going to add these numbers for a particular load, right? It is direction of the particular load is global y direction. Here we have local and global. So that means local and global will be having different meanings. So for example, if you have an x and y direction, if you have an x and y direction, and for this particular body is considered, for particular body is considered, the load is acted. The load is acted, that is considered to be an globally acting, globally acted, right? If your the body is nothing but like this. In the same case, in the for the y x and y direction, if we have a member like this, if the member is like this, again the load is acted. If it is acted in this manner, again it is considered to be globally acted, global y direction. If the particular load is acted in this manner, this is global y direction because it is in y direction, and it is local. local y direction, right? That means the body, the dimension or alignment of the body is different manner. For any alignment of the body, the load will be acting in the same direction. That is the global y direction. For the body, the particular load is acting perpendicular to that body or a member is to be a local y direction. That means it is the local y direction or local load is nothing but the particular load is acting depends on the shape or that depends on the orientation of the body. But the global direction will not look at the body, just that will act vertically downward. Whether the body will be in this manner or in this manner or any of these kind of manners. But the local direction load will be acting towards the body, right? So this is how the particular local and global direction. So now I will consider only global direction. Just click on add it and then close. So now we have created load cases. In those load cases, we have assigned the loads. But the load is selected, but it is not assigned to the view. But it is not assigned to the view. So for that reason, I am going to assign these loads. I will select this. I will assign to view because all the self weight will be acting on the acting by the beam will be considered. That means that is why I am going to assign the particular view whatever there in the structure. Assign, then click yes. Now it is assigned. Now you can see the symbol difference. Before analyzing assigning, it is in this question mark. After assigning, it is turned to this one. Again I will assign this UDL load to the member, assign to the selected beam and then assign. How the structure is going to visible. That is
Student is answering an online examination.
the UDL load, right?
I wanted her to keep.
So now the load is assigned, right? After that, once the load is assigned, the next part is to be analysis. Just click on analysis over here, and this dialog box will be open up, and then click on all, and then just tag it, and just close it. So once you analyze, the particular analyze will be appear over here. Run analysis. You are going to running the analyze a particular member. Here you should not get any errors. The errors must be of 0. Errors must be of 0. Warnings must be of 0. Right. So after analysis, what will you get? Shear force and bending moments. So where do you get shear force and bending moments? Just go to the post processing over here. We have to apply these two loads. Apply and then click it. Right. So here this is nothing but a deflection. This is nothing but a deflection.
Other click ಮಾಡು. ಆ ಸೆಂಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶೇರ್ ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಯು ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟಿಂಗ್ ನೋ. ಇವಾಗ ನಿನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಮೆರಾ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡು. ನಿನ್ ನನಗೆ ಕಾಣುತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
Later we just need to
ಲಿಂಕ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ
show values or view values. View values of beam results, the bending beam as well as bending in the sense at the ends, at the maximum value, at the midpoint I need, and shear force will be at the end only. Just click on this, close it. Later over here it is for deflection. We don't want deflection, it is for bending moment in z direction. And again, see, if it is bending moment for z direction, what will you get?
ಅದು ರೆಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲಿಕ್ ಮಾಡಿ ವೈಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕದು. ಆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಫೋನ್ ತರ ಒಂದು ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಆ ಕ್ಯಾಮರಾ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಂತ ಇದೆ, ಟರ್ನ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. You can't keep your camera on while you are sharing your screen.
Okay, this is how we are getting the moments and the results will be calculated over here. So I hope all of you know that how to calculate the bending moment values, right? So anybody can able to calculate the bending moment value for referring to the particular structure. So here we have got 39.112 kilonewton meter, right? Can you able to calculate this value for the particular analysis? So what is the formula to calculate the bending moment when the beam is loaded uniformly distributed? UDL ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಯಾವ್ದು ಹಾಕ್ತೀರಿ?
WL square by 8.
Yes, just do apply and calculate whether the value is correct or not. Just do anyone can calculate and tell me. Just we have to compare this value. Just we have to compare this value. Right, W is the 10 kilonewton you have taken and L is 3 meter square. Right?
Join up meeting join and ಸರಿ, ನೀನು ಹೆಂಗೋ ಒಂದು ಮಾಡಿ 4:30 ಅಷ್ಟೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ನೀನು ಅಪ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡು ನನಗೆ. ಆಯ್ತು, ನಾನೇನು 4:30 ಯುವರ್ ಟೈಮ್. You finished and about send it to me by PDF.
Okay, so I will just take another model over here. I will just click on new one. Same model I will consider. Space 1.
Send it by PDF to 4:30.
Finish it out. Is that clear what we have discussed? Again, I will consider at 0.1 and for the beam we have 3 meter length. Right? So here see 3 meter length of dimensions. So we have 3 meter. So this 3 meter beam will be added over here like this. The beam is added. The beam is added. Later the geometry is over, and then once you go to general, the property has to be defined. So in defining the property, the rectangular section is considered. For the depth of the beam, I have considered 0.4 meter, and width of the beam is considered 0.23 meters. And it is added and then close. Then the particular beam is added to the beam, assigned to the beam, and then assigned. Right? Once the property is assigned, the support condition is to be created. Once you click to the support condition over here, the section or support is created. So for fixed one, just need to add, and again we need to add and pin it. Right? Pin it, sir. Right? For this, I would like to select a support this one, and then I will assign for it. And again I will select for support this one, and I will assign it. Right? On these two assign. Later I need to move on to loads and then load cases. So in that load cases, you need to add dead load and live load. I will select dead load, that is dead load, and again I will add it. And again I will select a live load and I will add it, and then close. Right? So here for dead load, I will select only the self weight of the structure. Self weight of the structure, you can see here the self load is in -1, minus one in y direction. Minus 1 is nothing but in downward action. Just I will click on add and then close. After that, the live load is to be considered, and in live load, the load value has to be entered. So what is the load? That is uniformly distributed load. That is for minus 10 kilonewtons globally y direction, and then just click add and close. So once the load cases are defined, the loads are defined, the loads has to be assigned. So self-weight load is to be assigned for the total view, and again the live load is to be assigned for the selected beam. Right? This is how the load is applied on the beam. Correct? So after assigning the load, just we have to go for analysis. Analysis and then all, just click on and then add. Right? After this, you have to go for analysis, run analyze, and then save it. So do you people calculated the value of bending moment? So now we have got this. Go to port processing mode and then just apply these selected dead load, live load, and then OK. So here the deflection is not needed, the bending moment. Right, the bending moment is needed over here. The result for this bending moment is to be taken here, results, and then view values in the bending moments as maximum. Right, and the shear force we need at the end. Right. So now you have got the maximum bending moment. So now can you able to calculate?
11.25.
Yes, 11 point. Are you getting the maximum value of this one, 11.2?
11.25.
Okay, WL square by
8.
WL square by 8, that is almost equal to 11.114. Correct? And this is fixed support, and for fixed support we will be having moments. Correct? And this is pinned support. For pinned support we will be having 0 moments. Am I right? And in similar way, can able to calculate the shear force. In similar way, can able to calculate the shear force. Yes. And these are the bending moments as well as the shear force values. So for fixed support and for pinned support, the shear force value has to be calculated. If that is WL by 2 is considered for an total shear force that is divided. But here we have different kinds of supports for fixed support and for pinned support here. So total, what is the total shear force here? What is the total shear force in the member? Yes. What is the total shear force here? W into L, right? Please anyone reply. Right? W into L, that is total 30 kilonewton is the total shear force in the member, correct? WL by 2, when you do that, that is when two support conditions are same. So here the support conditions are different. One it is pinned and another it is hinged. And both together will be getting WL total shear force 11.295 plus 18.705. Are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Right? Total you will be having 30 kilonewton of shear force in the member. Am I right? And that 30 kilonewton shear force is distributed among two supports. And here support condition is different. That is why the load is varied from 18.70 kilonewton and 11.295 kilonewtons. And both together will be having a 30 kilonewton of total shear force. And the bending moment in the maximum value is 11.2. Correct? This is how we have to carry out an analysis. Is that clear? Or shall I repeat this model once again?
Repeat, sir.
Repeat. And remaining, see here there are 30 members are here. Please do reply.
Repeat,
Okay, next. Okay, at least some of the knowledge you have got this right. However, I will do repeat this, but you have got understood how it is created and how it is analyzed, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And one more thing, please everyone do install the software in your laptop so that when you make practice, then only you will be getting to know this. Just by seeing you won't understand. It's better if you have the software in your laptop, right? So here I will just close this and let start once again. I will just double clicking on the start for icon. See, once it is opened, the particular window will be opened in this manner. The new project will be selected and the space will be selected. The name for the particular structure will be provided as like this, and you can provide any of these, right? So I will provide beam. I will provide beam, and the location of the structure is already provided and the desktop new folder. I will just OK, and I will checking that length units is meter and force unit is kilonewton. I'm going to next. After this, by default you need to consider add beam, then just finish it. So once you finish it, the particular window will be open in this manner. Just you can close this, and we'll be having X, Y, Z direction. X will be having a 0 point node, and Y will be having a 3 meter load. Again, I will consider another that is 3 meter. That is another 3 meter in the sense we need to add 6 meter, because from 0 it is 3 and from 0 it is 6. If I need to add another 3 meter span for the structure, am I right? So here, from here to here it is 3, and I need to add another 3 meter beam, means it will be counted from the 0 only. Then 0 plus 3 plus 3 will be 6 meter. Right? This is how the members are created. And then I will just take into a front view. It is in the front view. After that, I will add a beams. I will add a beams like this. Okay. Once I add beams, the properties has to be assigned. After this, geometry is to be selected in property. In this property, I will going to assign and dimensions for the beam. Same for when it is 3 meter, I can provide for 0.4 meter of depth. When it is 0.23 meter width, and by default the metal is concrete. Just add and then close. Again, I will select these beams. I will select these two beams and then assign them to the beam. This R1, reference number 1, we have a section of 0.4 by 0.23, and this is assigned to the beams. Now here we have got two R1s because we have two beams over here, this one and this is another one. For these two beams I have assigned and reference 1 section. Once the section is assigned as a property, after that we need to provide a support. This is just like a moving the path. Just it is a geometry. Once geometry is created, in general we have to provide in properties. After that support condition. After that load condition. Once the load is applied, the analysis is to be carried out. So now in the support condition, I will provide fixed support. I will provide a fixed support for all the beams, all the nodes over here. Right? I will provide only all the nodes over here. So now the support conditions are assigned. So now the load definition. In the load definition, we need to consider the load case. We are adding the load case here. So what are the load cases? First one is dead load. I will add. I will just add it later. I will just add and live load. Live load, that is related with the LL, right? And just add and then close. Then in the live load and the dead load, we need to add the loads. For that, I will click on this add. In the dead load, I will select self weight and then add it. Close. And in the live load, I will select a member load as 10 kilonewton per meter length, and again I will select another 5 kilonewton, 15 kilonewton for the beam, and then close. Right? And now I will assign the self weight for the beams. Now self weight is assigned, and later for uniformly distributed 10 kilonewton load is selected. Need to select a beam, later we have to assign it. So now the beam is selected and assigned to selected beam. Assign it, and I have assigned. Just you can click on this and we will be end up with this view. And later I will select the another load, and then I will select the beam, and I will select assign to selected beams. Then assign it. Right? This is how the total loads are assigned. This is 15 kilonewton and this is 10 kilonewton. Hence the beam properties are provided, the support condition is provided, later the load is also provided. So now later we need to analyze it. So what is the next to analyze it? Just click on this analysis and print. Just the dialog box will open and click on the add and close it. So once the particular structure is ready for analysis, we can run the analyze. Just it is save it. Run the analyze. Here you should not get any errors. If the error is there, then you cannot complete it. The error must be 0. Okay. Then go to post processing mode. Then done. Apply the selected loads. Okay. I will just extend it. So here by default it will take a deflection. I will just close it, and the moment. Right? If I take the moment in this manner, the moment will be results I will take and view values, and the beams. For the beams I need maximum values, and for shear force I need end. So here the maximum of 11.250 kilonewton meters and 7.5. So both together how much? So can you able to calculate these loads, these bending moments values? So please anyone can calculate and tell me. Please anyone can calculate and tell me. This is the 10 kilonewton load and this is the 15 kilonewton load for the fixed support. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting this right? 7.5 and 11.250. Are you getting these values? WL square by 12.
Yes, sir.
WL square by 12. Right? So in similar way we have the shear force values. So shear force, can you able to calculate it now? For 15 for it is for 10 and it is for 15. WL by 2, that is W is 10 and L is 3, 30 by 2 will be 15, correct? Again for this span will be having a 15 kilonewton of load, 22.5, right? 45 is the total shear force, and that divided into the two spans will be having 22.5 kilonewtons. Is that correct? WL by 2. You got it?
Sir, right?
Sir, lab में हाँ question sir, question.
Yeah, right.
हाँ question sir. So how many of you are going to calculating those things? Yes. So how many of you are calculating those? Ganesh, Priyanka, Sanjay. Right? Are you calculating?
Yes, sir.
Right. Right. Are you getting the values? Getting or not? Yes. Are not getting the value?
Getting to.
Okay. This is how the analysis is to be carried out. The same thing for the frames, for the frame structures you have to carry out. You got this? How we have done, right? So this is the steps that are going to involve in the analysis. So for your syllabus, you'll be having trusses, plain truss, continuous beams, and portal frames. Now what you have done, it is for continuous beams, correct? And you'll be having the portal frames and plain trusses. So how many of you have this StatPro in your laptop already? Please let me know whether it is there with you or not.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Remaining? No,
No, sir.
remaining?
No, sir.
Okay, no problem. So I will make an arrangement to provide the software through online. So can you people able to download the software? I think around 1 to 1.5 GB at a time. Can you able to download this? Okay. Okay, I will provide a link. Containing this software. Just you have to download it. Once everyone has downloaded, you can ping me out, and then you can tell me that later. I will explain how to install that software. Okay. So by logging in through your mobile, you can install. You can follow the steps how to install the software through your laptop. Right. So.
Okay, sir.
Okay, up to here what we have discussed, I hope it is clear for you people. Is there any questions?
Yes, sir.
Is there any questions?
No,
No,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay.
sir, what is
Okay.
difference between a StatPro and ETAP?
So here the difference between StatPro and ETAP is, so while you are analyzing for StatPro, while analyzing the member in a StatPro, you can even analyze a particular beam separately. Right. So now what we have done here is we have analyzed only two beams, but we don't have any of the structure connected to this one, right? So in a ETAPS, you won't be able to calculate like this. A particular single beam or a single member you cannot calculate. In the ETAPS, you have to calculate complete structure, whole building you have to be model it, and then you have to analyze it. But in StatPro, you can even analyze for a single member also separately. That is the big difference we can have in these two softwares.
Okay, sir.
Right. Next, anyone? Okay. By today evening, I will send you a link. You just go through that link and then download the software. But while downloading the software, if you are downloading through the laptops, just do remember that the particular net connection should be continuous throughout completing the download, and later on the particular anti-software and that is antivirus softwares whatever you have installed in your laptops, that has to be turned off while downloading it, right? Do remember that while downloading you have to turn off the antivirus softwares, and then make assure that you have provided sufficient network, right, to download it. In between it is interrupted, then it won't be completed, again it will start from the scratch, right? So I will give the link, and later you can download it, and by tomorrow lab or in the coming lab I will give you the installation procedure, and then you can install it. We'll start practicing it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, everyone, is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, with this I will conclude this
Yes,
class.
sir.
Okay, with this I will conclude this class. For if you have any doubts regarding this, please make a note, and then you can ask me later or you can WhatsApp me. Okay. And do remember that in your question paper we'll be carrying 40 marks for these StatPro software only, and remaining marks will be divided to this 60-40. 60% of marks will be for module 1, and remaining 40% mark will be converted to module 2 and module 3. Do remember it. For module 1 we'll be carrying 60% of marks to the total marks, right? The weightage will be higher for the module 1, and that means for the StatPro software. So for that reason, please ask your friends to join the lab, these classes, and also ask your friends to take the software and install it in their computers, right? So that when you practice it, then you will be able to do it. You cannot check it, you cannot see by, you cannot make it by only seeing this one. Okay. With this, I will end up this class. Thank you, everyone. You can leave now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.